Hi guys, Mike here with the Fly Fish Club. We're going to be tying one of my favorites, and this is a chubby in a tan variation. You can fish these in all different colors, but this tan one is one of my favorites. So we're going to need some 2 mil tan foam, brown foam, and then we're going to be using some tan ice dub. The hook that I have in the vise is a TMC 5263 in a size 8. Some brownish tan Flexi Floss, and then some Rootbeer crystal flash. And I'm using trigger point fibers for the wings. All right, let's get started. For the thread, I'm going to be using just some black 210 Denier thread. We'll be covering up almost all of the thread, so not too worried about the color. I'm just using it for the size. That's what I had nearby. Get a thread base laid down, and first we're going to be starting off with a tail, some Rootbeer brown. I'm going to stop that thread about where that barb is, right before it starts to bend. And I'm going to take 4 fibers of this Rootbeer brown crystal flash. I'm going to go ahead and tie it in a bit longer than I want it to be. I'm going to give it probably 3 or 4 wraps. Get it locked in there. I'm going to fold it back. Let me go ahead and trim it. And then trim it again to where I want it. All right, so now we are gonna go ahead and put a little bit of dubbing down. So I'm gonna just take a little tiny pinch of this dubbing, make a little bit of a dubbing noodle. We're gonna cover up this black. All right. So now I have a 2.5 inch piece of this foam. It's 2 mil, so we're just gonna fold it over, and the rounded end I'm gonna go ahead and put in the front and go ahead and tie it in probably right about there. Try to make it nice and even, so I'm gonna kind of fold it. Get it where I want it. Lay a few more thread base, a little bit more of a thread base down. All right, so now we're gonna take some of these trigger point fibers. So I got the wing right here. I'm gonna just measure it out. I don't want it too far off the back. So I'm gonna go ahead and tie it in. Kind of crank down on it a little bit. Try not to cut your foam. That's why you use thick thread. I'm gonna fold it back and kind of floof it out and tie it in. It's tricky. There we go. Like so. So now we're gonna go ahead and trim it right off the back. We're gonna take one piece of this Flexi floss. If you got a good curl in it like that, I just trim it off. All right. Go ahead and tie it in. I'm gonna just adjust it to where it's middle of that foam. Put 2 or 3 thread wraps on there. I'm gonna just fold it over. Go ahead and tie it in. Trim those legs. Beautiful. So I'm going to pull all of these legs up. Go ahead and give them a trim. Just like so. Now I'm going to grab a little tiny bit more of this dubbing. Make a bit of a dubbing noodle. Just to cover up all that thread that we put on there. Pull that wing back a little bit. Now I'm going to advance my thread underneath that foam there, just like so. Take some more of that dubbing. Make a bit more of a dubbing noodle. We're going to make more of that belly. Go ahead and fold everything back and just go ahead and make a nice dubbing noodle. About 1/4 of the way back from the hook, we're gonna go ahead and fold that down and tie it in. Once I get a bit of a thread base there, you can kind of crank down on it and you'll be good to go. You can adjust everything. So we're gonna grab the rest of our trigger point fibers and make a back wing. So this one I like a bit longer. I measure out to about where that back part is tied in. Go ahead and tie it down. We're gonna go ahead and floof that up a bit. Tie it down. We'll just go ahead and trim it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and grab one more of these Flexi flosses. Pinch it to the side and tie it in. You can adjust it. After that first wrap, you should be good to go to fold it over and tie it in on the other side. Just adjusted it to where I want them. Trim it. Gonna fold those legs up and go ahead and trim them off. Make them all nice and even. Try not to get that wing in there. One of them slipped out on me. All right. Get a little bit more of this dubbing, Just a little bit, probably a little bit more than that, about that. Go ahead and make a little bit of a dubbing noodle. Fold that head back, and now I'm just gonna go ahead and whip finish it off. Trim that thread off. And then I like to just trim off the square part on the back end of it. And so a good trick with anything foam, you can take a lighter to it and just really shape it however you want. Just gonna get all the fibers out of the way. I'm gonna hit it for just a second. Tap on it, any of those high spots. Just a second. Tap on it. You can get it really nice and round. Terrestrial season's coming along, and this will definitely hold your droppers. Thanks for watching, guys, and get out and fish some big stuff.